Hello and thanks for joining us on this edition of Perspectives on Signature TV. Like the 10 blind men that encountered the elephant and gave a different description of what elephants look like, Nigerians are also divided on the $1 billion approved by the president for the purchase of arms. But we're on the street to hear the opinions of Nigerians on what they make out of this controversy between the presidency and the National Assembly. My name is Linus Aleke.
If, for instance, this issue of $1 billion for the purchase of arms, actually there are serious security challenges in the country, particularly fighting insurgency, you understand, and even kidnapping in pockets of ethnic militias, herdsmen, farmers' crisis, you understand, forgery, cattle rustlers, etc. This is understandable if the federal government feels it actually needs such amount of money to purchase arms in order to address the security challenges. But at the same time, due process must be followed in order to avoid any rift between the executive and the legislature. I want to believe the National Assembly is quite aware of this and they know the right steps they will take in order to draw the attention of the executive to do the needful. I don't know the stage in which the executive has gone in purchasing these arms, whether it is still in a stage whereby it can still be referred back to the National Assembly in order to pass through the necessary processes and the due processes.
Our opinion about the whole issue is that the president is the president of the country, not the president of any other country. And as the president of the country, he is wishing the country well. So whatever he's going to do to make the country secure and for peace to reign, why don't we allow it? Because the people that are over there now, like the children that are over there, they are someone's children. So if it is your own child that is there, how would you feel? So whatever it will take, at least, to make them come back, is better. And for security to be everywhere, let there be peace everywhere. That is just all that matters.
It is crystal clear by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I think Section 182 or thereabout, that if such money is to be spent, a recourse has to be, made to the National Assembly. So the president is not empowered by any law to dip his hand into cover of the country, of the nation, to spend such a huge amount of money without the consent and the approval of National Assembly. So I think it's quite wrong. It's quite wrong. And our worries, one of our worries is that this happened in the last dispensation that generated outcry here and there, that Nigerians felt so very bad. And you can see that the problem it generated is still on the ground now, that we have not been able to get ourselves out of that problem. And those that were involved, we still have some of them, being tried by the competent court of jurisdiction, which has not gotten to any, logical conclusion. And the same thing is about repeating itself. So it's high time Nigerian rules and speak in one voice that this is wrong and this is right.
It's a policy thing. In democracy, you cannot approve money without appropriation. Everything, approving without an appropriation is gross misconduct. But I just had the president making a policy statement. It's just a policy statement that they've approved. I still think that they will still send to National Assembly. Although the money is coming from, the challenge we have in Nigeria is a policy thing. Because this money you are looking at is coming from, we almost call it an illegal fund. Because the Constitution does not recognize the excess crude account. It's not constitutional. The law says whatever we get, we share among the states. So, but I don't still, even at that, we are looking at change. We want to change a system. We have to build on a system. We have to change it. The way things is going, everything should go through appropriation.
But sometimes the president may make his intention known before sending something to the National Assembly. I thought maybe that is what he has done. He may later send it to the National Assembly. But first and foremost, he has made his intention known to the people, so that they will know that this bill, that something is being sent to the National Assembly, or he may send it to the National Assembly later for them to deliberate on it. He has not made any mistake. The mistake will come up when he failed to send it to National Assembly. But for now, he's still correct.
In my own understanding, I think National Assembly supposed to, they are the work before you say government, or before you say president to approve. I thought in my own solution, National Assembly is in a say let me talk my results. It's National Assembly I support. Let they approve it before federal government.
Money has been approved for just to purchase the arms, and then without the approval of the National Assembly. But I don't think that has been happening before. Maybe the way I'm looking at things in this country now, maybe there is no trust. So it's like there is no rapport between them. So the president now wants to do his own that can favor the country, and maybe the other people, they are fighting for their own pocket too.
Yes, you've heard it from them. Those are their views on this topic for today. Until we come your way again, thanks for watching.